A simply supported beam of 6 meter span carries point loads of 20 kilonewton, 40 kilonewton and 20 kilonewton at 1.5 meters between the loads. Sketch the SFD and BMD of the beam. So now first of all let's see how we have drawn the beam. So this is a simply supported beam, that is why we have the supports at the ends. Okay, we have named this beam as A and B, and there are 3 point loads, 20 kN, 40 kN and again 20 kN, and the distance between each is 1.5 meters. So here it is 1.5 between these two, 1.5 between these two, 1.5 meter between this and the support, 1.5 meter between this support A and this support and this point load. Okay, now we have also shown the reactions at the supports as RA and RB. Okay, and the distance between the two supports is 6 meters. So this is our span. Okay, so now the first step of the solution is to find the reactions RA and RB. Okay, so first of all what we'll do is we'll take all the check out all the moments around at point A and equate them. That is we have to equate the positive and the negative moments. Now if you look at this figure, RB is going to have a positive moment and all the point loads are going to have a negative moment. Okay, so on one side of the equation we'll have the moment caused by RB, and balancing it on the other side of the equation we have the moments caused by all the point loads. So our equation will be something like this: RB into 6 meters, RB into this 6 meters is equal to 20 so now let's start from the end B and check out. Okay, so 20 into 4.5 meters, so 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 1.5, so this distance is 4.5 meters, plus 40 into 3 meters plus 20 into 1.5 meter. So if we calculate all this comes to 240 kilonewton. That means RB into 6 meter is equal to 240 kilonewton meter. So we take 6 meter from this side to the other side of the equation. Now this is multiplication, so on the other side we divide by 6. So therefore RB is equal to 240 divided by 6, which comes to 40 kilonewton. Now we have got RB and we have written RB is equal to 40 kilonewton. But how about RA? So RA plus RB is equal to, now RA and RB balance all the point loads on the beam. So RA plus RB together will be equivalent to the sum of all these loads. So RA plus RB is equal to 20 plus 40 plus 20 kilonewtons. So RA plus 40 is equal to 80 kilonewton. So we have substituted value of RB over here, which we had found earlier, and we have added this up. 20 plus 40 plus 20 gives 80 kilonewton. So now bring 40 from the left hand side to the right hand side. So here it is plus 40, it becomes minus 40. So RA is equal to 80 minus 40, which becomes equal to 40 kilonewton. Thus we have got RA is equal to 40 kN and RB is equal to 40 kN. Now we start doing the shear force calculations. So we start at point B. Okay, we look at points and then look at sections. So we have named these points as the ends as of the beam as A and B, and in between these points are C, D and E. So SF at point B is 40 kilonewtons because of this reaction RB, and this is in the upward direction, so SF is positive 40 kilonewton. Then this SF continues for this full section because it is a point load. So for this full section, SF for this section BC is going to be the same as this SF, that is 40 kilonewton. Then SF at point C is now RB, whatever was RB, SF because of RB and SF because of 20 kilonewton force. Okay, So this is plus 40 and this is minus 20. So SF at point C is 40 minus 20, which becomes equal to 20 kilonewton. Okay. Then this 20 kilonewton will uh, continue for the whole section CD. So therefore SF for section CD is equal to 20 kilonewton. Now at point D, the SF is going to be plus 40 minus 20 and minus 40. So 40 minus 20 minus 40 comes to minus 20 kilonewtons. And this is what is going to continue for the section DE. Therefore SFDE is equal to minus 20 kilonewton. Then at point E, the SF is going to be plus 40 minus 20 minus 40 minus 20. So 40 minus 20 minus 40 minus 20. It all comes to minus 40 kilonewton. And that is going to continue for the section EA. So SF EA is equal to minus 40 kilonewton. Now the SF max is at 40 kilonewton at point B. Okay. So this is by mistake I have written A over here, but this should be B. So please do the correction at your end. Then let us look at the BMs at different points and for the different sections. Okay. So BM, again we start from point B. BM at point B. Now for simply supported beams, you have to remember that the BM at both the ends, both the support ends is going to be 0. Okay. So BM at point B is equal to 0. Okay. Then BM at point C is because of this 40 kN load. Okay. So BM at point C is equal to 40 multiplied by the distance between 40 and this point C, which is 1.5 meters. So this comes to 60 kilonewton meter. Now for the section BC, SF is going to vary from 0 to this 60 kilonewton meter in a uniform manner because this is a point load. Then the BM is going to be maximum at point D where the SF is changing from positive to negative. Okay, it is going through this SF is passing through 0. Okay, so at the point where SF becomes 0, BM is going to be maximum. So SF is becoming 0 at point D. Therefore, BM max is equal to BM at point D is equal to, now it is because of both this 40 kilonewton and 20 kilonewton loads. Now 40 kilonewton is positive, so 40 into 1.5 plus 1.5. So 40 into 3 and this 20 is negative. So minus 20 into 1.5. So here it is 40 into 3 minus 20 into 1.5. So after calculation it comes to 90 kilonewton meter and this is the maximum BM. Okay. Then BM at point E. Okay. Okay, sorry. So for the section CD, this BM again is going to vary from between 60 kilonewton at section C to 90 kilonewton meter at point D. Okay, in a uniform manner or in a straight line. Then BM at point E is because of this 40 and because of the 20 and 40 kilonewton loads. So it is 40 into 4.5 minus 20 into 3 minus 40 into 1.5. Okay, here it is. 40 into 4.5 minus 20 into 3 minus 40 into 1.5. So overall it comes to 60 kilonewton meter. Again for the section DE, this is going to vary uniformly between 90 to 60 kilonewton meter. Then finally BM at point A is going to be 40 into 6 minus 20 into 4.5 minus 40 into 3 minus 20 into 1.5. So this all comes to 0. Okay. So BM at point A is going to be 0 and for the section EA it is going to vary uniformly between 60 kilonewton meter to 0 kilonewton meter. So our shear force diagram is going to look like this. So again, if you look at the shear forces at all the points, at point B it is 40, it is remaining same stable. At 40 till point C, here it comes down to 20 kilonewton, again it remains stable for this section CD, and here it comes down from 20 kilonewton to minus 20 kilonewton, passing through 0. Okay, and then it is stable at minus 20 kilonewton for the section DE, and at point E it comes down to minus 40 kilonewton meter, and then it remains stable at this minus 40 kilonewton till point A. So this is our SF diagram, and then the BM diagram. So it's going from 0 at B to 60 in a straight line, from 60 to 90 at point D in a straight line again. Then it comes, so 90 at point D is the maximum BM, and from here again it drops to 60 kN at point E, again in a straight line, and then from 60 kN to 0 at point A, again in a straight line.